I think we have audio now. Hopefully. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. I'm probably gonna cut this. We're back. We're back with the mic. I forgot, like the genius I am. Um, you know, looks so much fun though. I can see your chats here. This is real cool. This chat feature, this little chat bubble is real cool. Uh, yeah, finally, thank God. Okay, so the number one thing that we want to talk about is design trends. The number two thing we're going to talk about are design careers in 2021, because design, as you know, has changed, as well as the job space, as well as the career space. And we're going to talk about Q&As. I'm going to, after we've done everything, I'm going to open this entire chat up here, this chat here, completely just you guys talking to me, and I can answer a few of your questions and doubts and stuff like that. So we'll do that at the end for sure. And maybe we can open some stuff up as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is real quick pull up something, pull up the list of things that we're gonna do on my computer real quick, and hopefully we should have it here. Okay, cool. So, okay. So number one, what is design trend number one? That is something which I'm sure a lot of people are even asking. You'll be asking yourself right now as well. Number one, what is the first design trend that we're all seeing is glassmorphism. And what I've seen a lot of people, diss glassmorphism and say, glassmorphism, is it's whack. It's something people don't really want to see. It's a bad version of neumorphism. There's a lot of criticism of glassmorphism. Okay, there's a lot of criticism, and honestly, to be very honest, maybe I criticize it in certain ways as well. But I want to show you one website. Somebody commented on one of my videos and said, "Hey, this is something you should check out. This is glassmorphism done right, and this is how glassmorphism should come up as whack." Yes, a lot of people do think it's whack. In my design communities, there are people who are commenting stuff against glassmorphism, which I don't agree to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly share my screen real quick. It's not my screen, in fact, it's my Chrome, real quick. And you can see the live stream here. You can see yourselves here in the background. And what I'm going to do is real quick try and pin it to one of these ends here. I'm just going to window it so that I can see it. And hopefully you can still see my video. Cool. Video is cool. So I was watching this cool video. It's called 96 Hours Inside Afghanistan. Okay, so I've kind of taken out a list of a few things that I wanted to show you is designcode.io. So designcode kind of teaches you how to create designs and then convert them to code as well, like React to Swift, things like that. So as you guys can see on the screen, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing, is this very interesting, there are 2 or 3 design trends that are being followed. In the chat real quick, tell me which are the 3 design trends they are utilizing on this web page. And yes, there are 3 which I've just noticed, in fact, myself. 3 design trends this website is utilizing. It's a very popular website. Number 1, you guys have already guessed it, is glass. As you can see, if I hover over this, this is what really caught my eye. As you can see, this is real. It looks realistic. It's glass. It's very glassy, to be honest. It's something which is, by the way, I just got a message from a special guest who will be coming on later during the show itself for 10-15 minutes. Tell us about careers, freelancing, stuff like that. So this glass looks really good, as you guys can see. very good implementation of Glass. There is one more design trend here. If you guys haven't noticed, they are using a very complex sort of gradient pattern in the background. The gradient in the background is like it goes from this peach, almost a peach, to like this deep blue, to be honest, like a mixture of purple and blue. And it looks really good. And at the bottom, they've given these waves, that is for artifacts. But behind this, you can see this complex gradient right here on the edges as well. So this is also a design trend going to come up in 2021. And those were the two really cool ones. The third one is, I want you guys to guess real quick. What is the third design trend here? You still haven't figured it out, have you? I'm going to quickly pull up the chat. I don't have the chat pulled up here on my screen. Sometimes tricky to... Okay. A lot of people are giving different answers. There's 3D, there's Glass. So here we don't see the traditional 3D that we see, the kind of 3D models that we usually see. So here there is one more thing which we call as big type. In early 2020, you saw a lot of websites and applications start to use this big type, this big letters. Even for a description, there were big letters. Big type. If you see my screen right here, this design and code React apps, look at the size of that type. That size of the type is big. A lot of websites have big fonts, but this is really in your face here. Even though this is not the best example, there are better examples of big type. This is still a certain example. And I'll tell you why it's not 3D, because 3D, I'll show you an example later on. For complex gradients, I suggest use something which is, I have pulled up here on Google Keep, which I was just researching for this video itself, is Fresh Mesh Gradient Collection. This is my go-to when it comes to complex gradients. I'll tell you why. This is Sketch support. So if you're a Sketch user, great for you. It also has Illustrator support. So if you're an Illustrator or graphic designer, this will also work out for you. These guys have like the full pack of 100 plus free gradients here. And these are beautiful, guys. The cover that I made on YouTube for this live stream is, I picked it up from here, tweaked it, edited the colors and everything, and actually made it. So look at these are so beautiful. Somewhat similar to what we have here. There are certain gradients which kind of reflect that as well. So these complex gradients are going to be a big thing in 2021. It was a big thing for me since 2019, maybe, because I was using complex gradients. I was really into creating illustrations and graphic designs, and that is how I realized these gradients work really well, these mesh gradients, so as to say. One more thing I wanted to show you for big type. I want to show you good examples of big type. You guys consider me a good source of resources. Being a web designer, I knew of awards back in 2015, 2014. This website was really old back then, of course. There weren't as many options. Now look at these examples. These are the big types I was talking about, the trend. Look at this. This looks really good. Look at this. Oops, there's an ad. We don't want an ad here. I'm gonna try and open this website. There used to be a way of, you just click on the title. Forgot. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a very interesting way of portraying your website. Merci, bonjour, ciao, bye bye. How do I know all these words? I don't know. 2020 vintage, A+, peace out. So this is a very creative way. This is super creative. This is something product managers won't allow this, guys. Product managers won't allow this kind of website. But for a creative agency, or for an agency or a company which is working towards creativity and this abstract look, this looks really good. And big font, big type is used here very well. Oh, look at this. It's full of big font. Look at this, big type. Wow, wow. Okay, these look really good. This looks, wow, look at this, man. This is why I appreciate web designers and and people who are into motion design and interaction design so much. This is so good. That is why these are the best of 2020. To get on that list, it's very tricky. It's very, very tricky to get on this list of big type, or in this case on awards. I suggest when you are working on a website, go to this website called awards.com. By far, like hands down, this is the best place to get inspiration for any design project, because these are like actual projects. This is not dribble, guys. Don't. This is not a dribble for websites. This is an actual place where functionality, design, purpose, business, all of that is combined into one thing, and you see actual products that are put up into the world, not products which are just accumulated just for the sake of the design. So these were some of the trends. I also want to talk about one or two other trends. I haven't noted them down here, or have I? 3D. Oh, guys, this is something you guys are crazy about, and I am crazy about personally. I want to show you this tool real quick. Um, you guys are wonderful audience, so I want to show you something that I've been using for the past few weeks to kind of make um, like a little tutorial, which just that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna switch up my screens real quick and just quickly see the chat real quick. You guys are such nice people, like you're keeping the chat sane. There's no trolling, no nothing. That's what I love about the community. You guys are serious about your craft, your art. That's wonderful. Um, I'll be reading all of these at the end of the video, and I'll be answering your questions to everything. So stick with me, okay? We're gonna for a few more minutes. We're just gonna get at it. So there is another tool which I'm just gonna switch. You like these? You like these animations, these transitions? I have finally learned how to work OBS Studio. I'm so glad I did. Except not plugging in my mic in the beginning. It's gonna f up the video. So what I'm gonna do real quick, guys, is go to my second scene here. Oops, you shouldn't see this. You shouldn't see that. That's my top secret information on Keep. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly close down most of my windows here. You guys are here as usual. Share this video. By the way, there are 136 people and 104 likes. This is unfair. Whoever's here, make sure you leave a like to this video and also subscribe. So we're gonna go to a website that I like to call spline.design. And this, if you guys haven't heard of this tool, or if you haven't used it, I'm gonna give you a quick review of how it is, and you should get started with this if you're interested in 3D. Now, a lot of you guys should know that I am the kind of guy, I don't like long learning curves. And a lot of tools like, let's just take Blender, for example, they do have a learning curve. Even though it's a simple learning curve, but it still exists. Now, imagine you're a UI designer. You guys are UI designers, UX designers, product designers, graphic designers. Designers like us, we don't like working with visual code. We don't like working with, a lot of cognitive load for us is real. Cognitive load is real. So, Spline basically reduces that cognitive load by reducing the number of built-in features and making it easier for UI designers or UX UI designers like you and I. And how that helps is we can make quick 3D for the web or for applications and implement it rather than relying on other sources. Good 3D resources are paid. As simple as that, because it takes a lot of time and people don't want to make it free. And I understand, because I wouldn't too, because it's quite tricky. It takes a lot of time. So I'm just going to go through this website, and as you can see, these are the things you can actually do inside Spline. All these flying things and interactions and stuff. And look at this video. I love their release video, man. This is real nice. And it also allows you to export for web. Now, the interesting part is a lot of people complain about how a lot of 3D tools or good tools come to Mac only. Oh my god. And I used to hate Sketch, the Sketch UI design tool before some time now, because it was only for Mac OS, and it still is till day Mac OS. And I could go on for hours talking about it's not worth it, to try and use something like Sketch. So these guys have made sure that it's, if you see here, it's available for Mac OS, it's available for Windows, and available for Linux. What else do you want? This is what I call, like, people. These are product people who want to make their products available for everyone, and that is why they've given for all three OSs. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, Spline. I just want to tell you that. Sponsor me. So, also one more thing, Blush. Have you guys? How many of you guys have heard of Blush? I want to know. I want to know. They're a sponsor. They're a sponsor too. They're actually a sponsor. They sent me, like, Pablo was kind enough to email me personally, and he's like, "Hey dude, what's up? Love your content, stuff like that." And thank you, Vishal, for the $40. If you guys want to support the channel, all this money goes directly into the channel. Trust me. Trust me. I'm just gonna unpin this message. 2 minutes to go. It's not 2 minutes to go. They don't have for Windows. I just showed you guys Spline for Windows. Check it out. It's for 64-bit if I'm not wrong. Now, Blush. You guys know this is a great tool for Figma users. If you're a Figma user, you haven't checked out Blush, you're missing out. And this is not a sponsored segment. Their illustrations are great. These are hand created by one of the best illustrators in the world, Pablo Stanley. There are some people from India as well, and I'm proud to say that. And also there are a lot of different people who are creating illustrations, premium illustrations, that you can get for free through Blush. And of course, they have a paid plan so that you can get SVGs and stuff, but most images are all free. Customize the art, use in your designs. This is real tools for both Figma and Sketch. Hopefully, I haven't had a chat yet with Pablo Stanley. Cool guy, he was up for anything. He was like, let's do something. I'm like, yeah, cool. So he claimed on LinkedIn the other day, and I'm gonna open up my LinkedIn, so that you guys all can come up and follow me there if you aren't. Just gonna quickly go. Oh, so much love you guys show me on LinkedIn also, man. This is crazy. So on LinkedIn, what they did was very simple. He teased something which it could change the way we look at 3D. Because right now all main 3D resources are all paid. And it's sad to see that a lot of resources which could be free are paid, and that's crazy. I like to follow the philosophy of the founder of Khan Academy. I think his name is Salman Khan, if I'm not wrong. And he said this one thing which kind of it stayed in my mind for a while. He said education at its core should be free. And when we mean core, we mean at least teach people how to fish. They can always learn how to how to pull up bigger fish, but teach people how to fish, and they will go on for years fishing on their own, and they'll teach themselves. And probably if they want to learn better, they'll pay and learn. That's how it goes. So Pablo Stanley is bringing 3D illustrations to Blush in 2021, and I almost shook when I heard that news. I'm like, 3D illustrations on one of my favorite tools of the year, and I'm genuinely saying this because I love that tool. And thank you guys for these super chats. These mean so much to me. You don't even know that those 20 rupees, they mean like 2 lakh rupees to me right now. It's very hard. It's very heartwarming. So 3D illustrations are coming to this very nice tool called blush.design. It's for Figma and Sketch right now, hopefully for XD next year. Also, I want to talk about okay, so we've spoken about design trends. You guys have gotten to know a little about how 3D is working, how to create 3D art for your websites and apps. Before we go, the last thing I want to say to people who, there are people who hate on complex illustration. They're like, why work on illustrations? It's not worth it. If an image can speak 1,000 words, imagine what a custom illustration tailored just to your website or application can do. So when we talk about images are also going to be a huge part of the design trends. Images are going to be used in a different way with different blobs, shapes, stuff like that. Now let's move on to the next segment. Sorry, I've been speaking a lot. Now let's move on to the next segment that I would like to call Design Careers Have Changed Forever. And I'm happy about it. Now, I honestly, let me move it to live chat. Honestly, I do not like the fact that a lot of people lost their jobs, because a lot of these people were valuable people. These were valuable parts of the company. And this teaches you one thing. You are not a family. When you go into a job or a career or whatever, you are just not a family. You are not a family. You're a pawn in the chess game. That's it. You are a team member. You are somebody said this, I think Gary Vee said this, or some big business celebrity said this, and they said one thing. A company or a team in a company is not a family. It is a sports team. You get injured, they throw you out. It's as simple as that. Before you get injured, you're treated as family. But once you get injured, they throw you out. No family throws you out because you get injured, or because you lose out on something, or because you lose focus, or and I can empathize with that because I have faced a similar situation. Thank you, Pranay Prajapati, for that wonderful $40 and that cute little sticker. I still don't know how to use that, but that's so cool. So I want to talk about design careers in 2021, and I want to, now you guys can start rolling in your questions about careers. Okay, so to discuss careers, I think he is. Faheem, are you watching this on your flat screen, freaking huge TV? If you are, then WhatsApp me. I'm going to send you a Zoom link. Faheem is a designer out of Canada, and he has worked with companies like BMW, Kia Motors, 2-3 other big names that honestly I've forgotten because they were so big. But I'm going to bring, Faheem on the channel real quick on a Zoom call, and we're going to discuss how he scored, how he scored jobs, how he scored, tasks in these companies, BMW, Kia Motors Canada, 3-4 big names. He'll be telling you this. I think he's already messaged me. He's messaged me and he's saying, hey, you are on my big screen. Yeah, I know you. Hey, video looks good, HD. Let me send you Zoom. I'm just gonna send him a Zoom real quick. Till then, start piling up questions here. Start piling up questions. If you want your questions to be heard real bad, then make sure you do that little $40 thing. That's nice. I love how this works, man. Yeah, he's saying yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Start putting up your questions here. He and I are gonna answer each of your freaking questions. Even if this night ends, we're still gonna answer all of your questions. Thank you for joining in, by the way, guys. Thank you all. And you guys are so patient. 240 people sitting live right now. You guys are kidding me. By the way, 155 likes. Guys, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and also the subscribe. We're gonna hit 50K, guys. Come on, you and I, we're a family. We're not a sports team, we're a family. uh, it's so much fun, guys. Start piling up your questions in the chat. We're gonna read them one by one. Maybe try and answer some very crucial questions apart from your questions as well. But I'm sure you're gonna give us some very challenging questions. So I'm just gonna quickly open up Zoom. Hopefully this should work. Last time I went on live with Faheem, it didn't work, so I had to take over. But Faheem is very talented, guys, because first of all, he gives free education. He does not rely on, okay, I'll get money for this or I get money for that. He is really focused on giving real life education, real stuff he has learned from his experiences. And after you have watched this live stream, I will be giving you links for his channel. Super fantastic guy, man. And also he's I think he's what, Bangladeshi or Sri Lankan? I always forget. So he's you can say he's South Indian. Okay, we call it South India by now. So I'm just gonna quick meeting on Zoom. By the way, guys, how many of you use? I just want to create this thing of who uses what. How many of you use Zoom and how many of you use Google Meet, and which is better, yaar? I always get confused. I always say which one is better. And I have honestly never been able to say this one is better or that one is better. Okay, Zoom is opened on this end right here. Ooh, on this end. On this end. Yeah. My hands are like on the inverse side here. Bad hair day, by the way. So, really quick, what I'm gonna do is, the thing is somehow, okay, he won't be able to see me. Cool, but video has started. Everything has started. I'm just gonna quickly connect these little guys here. Thank you so much for being so patient. Damn, you guys are good. Always being patient, yeah. That is what I love about this community. Late bhi ho jate hain to koi dikkat nahi hai. That's Hindi for even if I get late, it's no issues. Just gonna quickly add this so that I can hear him at least. And hopefully this won't echo. Real quick, I will send him a participants. These and okay. But I don't want this. Okay, close this, and I am going to say. How do you I am so like dumb when it comes to invite. Faheem, I'm going to invite you via Zoom. I've got your business. I think this is your business email. Hopefully you should get it on your computer. By the way, Faheem and I both have the same computers now. Because Faheem and MD entering the wait real quick. Yo. Wait. Why is this white? This is like buggy. Yeah. You have to be patient with me, man. Hold on a sec. And I can't select a speaker. I'm gonna select. Wait. I can. Yeah. Okay, I can hear you. Wait. Let me see how people can see you real quick. Dude, you do you know OBS well? Like, you need to teach me OBS. Sometime you gotta sit. So I'm sharing your like this window of Zoom, but it's showing like a white screen, which is weird. Shall I kind of check it on YouTube? Maybe it's showing something else. It shouldn't matter though, I feel. It's still, I think on YouTube also it's like white, which is weird. Zoom EXE. Dude, this laptop is actually like real good. I'm gonna be trying it out. Like the ones they sent. This is like real good. Have you gotten a chance to like use it? Yeah. How do you feel it? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Is that so? Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Let me. Sorry to cut you off. I think the audio is like off. Uh, fuck, man. Every freaking time, I can't even use like I can't even drop an f bomb here, because this is YouTube. Uh, and every freaking time, let me at least get your audio working so that they can hear you at least. That's something. Desktop audio. It should be showing desktop audio, but something's always crazy about it. Select a camera. I have a camera. Audio. Speaker. Speaker should be this only. Same as system. Say something. Say something. Desktop audio is still freaking gone. Damn. Uh, how do you change like the like capture method, Windows graphics? Oh, I got your video. Finally. Yeah, because it's like Windows 10, some stuff encoding or something. I got your video, guys. One thing we did on live, one achievement we had on live is getting okay. Microphone is a Yeti, which is fine. Um, Desktop audio, it should be recording like the desktop audio, but it's not, because uh, say something. Like desktop audio still is dead. Uh, I should we should have tested this. I'm regretting this real quick. Okay. Wait. But they can see you. I mean, I wish they could lip read, but unfortunately, nobody here can lip read. Neither can I. So I won't blame anybody. Uh, ah, share computer sound. I'm trying to. People are like, Google Meet is better. Voice is low. Yeah, I know, because my mic is right here. Oh shit. Um, okay, let's do one thing. Let me try and do one thing real quick. Uh, Properties, device is speakers. Okay, and go for it. Voice is low. Yep, I know. I hope everyone's like being patient, because I have a feeling, people are just gonna drop off real quick if they're like, no, this ain't working. Um, you know how it is, man. Like watch time, I feel we're
Yeah.
all um, like the attention whores. We're like watch time whores in real
Yo,
life.
I can see your messages. I have them on my TV,
Yeah,
so I can read all of his messages.
yeah. I'm still trying to figure out right now. Wow. Wow. Okay, so if I play a test on Zoom, it is showing me, okay, there's desktop audio, but when you're speaking, there seems to be oh, you
Like
hear him.
a delay.
Oh shit. I fixed it. Oh,
You fix it?
this is 2020 in a nutshell. You know? This right here was 2020 in a nutshell. Everybody's like, finally. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me decrease your thing. Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to mute the audio on the TV because it's like
yeah,
not
yeah.
the same time.
Can you like rotate your phone if that's possible?
Like this or
Rotate
or like
like, yeah,
this.
like landscape. Ah, this is
Oh,
much
like
better,
this.
man. This is so much better.
Oops, there we go.
Nice,
Now I'm
nice.
upside down.
I'm gonna, yeah, yeah. This looks good, man. Okay.
Hold on. Give
Yeah,
me a
yeah.
second.
You're upside down now. Yeah.
I got this new Samsung phone. It's like
Samsung
here we go.
S20. You got the S20.
This is the S 20 Ultra, yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. S20 Ultra, big people, man. This is when you
Okay, there we go.
I gotta shift to Canada. Okay. So, for the three people who don't know you here, like real quick, like in like in like 2 lines, how would you define yourself? Like real quick.
Um, well, I'm Canadian, South Asian Canadian. I am a UX UI designer with 13 years of experience. I worked with recognizable brands like BMW, Mini, Kia Motors, Mucho Burrito. I don't know if you guys know this was a very famous restaurant, part of the largest travel company called RedTech.ca. Provide the first mobile experience for Mini Canada, and I have a YouTube channel where I talk about UX UI design. Everything in my channel is like you said, it's free because I want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And I started when I was 10 years old, and I entered to my career without a degree and 0 years of experience, and I somehow was lucky to make it work. That's really
Dude,
good.
guys, if you want to hustle your way through, and which is I think like 90% of people want to do that, but they can't achieve it. If you want a big ass TV like his, I think if you should have head over to his channel, dude. Let's do a live stream. You and I just sit
Yeah,
down,
let's do it.
and on your channel, go to his channel, subscribe to his channel. After this video, I'll give everyone a link. No issues, and subscribe to his channel because I feel in free content like you what you give you get on a lot of Udemy courses which are paid. Um,
Yeah.
so he teaches you stuff like for web design also. He does a lot of stuff for like you want to learn information architecture. He does that. Everything. You can always check
But
out his.
like, so like the thing is that like what I teach you in my channel, it's real life experience. It's not the type of things you guys learn in school or the hardcore rules you have to follow as a designer. Because if you don't do it, you're not gonna make it. Because
Mm,
when I joined the industry and worked with these big clients, there was a lot of UX processes that they told me, you know what, we don't have time for this
yeah,
because time is money. We're on a tight budget.
yeah,
We need this done ASAP. So that's the type of content that I deliver in my channel.
yeah, yeah. Let me increase the size of your window and like decrease mine because I think we should partake 50-50.
Yo, I also have a bad hair day, by the way, so it's not
Yeah.
just you.
Dude, mine is permanent bad idea all the freaking time. uh, Video is paused there, I guess. Yeah, so let's go through some questions on the chat real
Yeah.
quick. Guys, now, dropping your questions now. And if you have watched Faheem's content, if you watched Faheem's content and you don't wanna I'll share the YouTube channel name later. You can always search for his name. It's Faheem MD. You can always search for
Yeah,
that.
I think a couple of them got it.
Yeah. So if you have watched Faheem's content, say I in the chat. And also, if you love his content, if it has affected your life or impacted your life in 2020, give a super chat. I'm going to send out the super chat to him from my channel as well. I'll send it out to him, and that's like a little gift for him for 2020. If
Oh,
he
thanks, man.
he gave
But if you keep it in
he
the channel,
he gave a value. It's Faheem MD. Muhammad Faheem, but you can always, it's Muhammad Faheem, right? It's not Faheem
no,
Muhammad.
it's actually Fahim MD.
Okay, so but MD stands for Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a full name. I get it. So basically, quick questions is how to land big clients for freelancing. Okay, this is up your alley, man. This is like how to
Yeah.
land big clients like that, like big name clients like BMW. You said
Yeah.
Kia Motors. You said what else did you say? I forgot. These are the names.
Mucho Burrito.
Mucho Burrito.
Mini.
Oh, like Mini Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini Cooper. Yeah. So like,
So
how do you like let's break it down for them so that they can
Yeah.
like practice it in their own life. So
Yeah.
what's step number 1 to before you even approach them? What should you
Yeah.
have?
I mean, like when I was I am 32 right now. So when I was like, you know, in my mid, I guess, young adult age, I wanted big clients like that.
Mm.
But and that's a great ambition to have, right? Like that's a big goal to have, and you want to dominate it. But when I applied at an advertising agency and their clients were BMW and Mini, they didn't hire me because I already had big clients. They hired me because I had a solid portfolio. I had a solid experience,
Mm.
and by experience, I mean I took on local businesses. I designed logos for free. I designed websites for free. I had my own website. It was an anime site which I coded, designed, maintained every single day. I did photography, so I pretty much put on my creativity to the max level. And when I accepted these clients where I've done a lot of free work or pretty much got paid from close to nothing, I made sure that those that like they would be the best projects I can ever deliver. So when I add them in my portfolio and I'm applying for a job, they're like, "Oh wow, this kid has talent."
Yeah.
Like he's very passionate and he wants to learn more and he wants to get his hands dirty in like different categories like photography, web design, editing, and things like that. So if you can just pick projects that you love, like you can redesign YouTube app, not like all of it, but you can redesign some part of the YouTube app. You can build your own website. If for someone who's really into cricket, design a fan page cricket website, but make sure that you're going to do your best. Don't just do a website because, oh man, I'm just gonna do like, okay, just gonna design a couple of pages, whatever, and then I'm gonna add that to my portfolio. But then if I don't get the job, I'm gonna hate myself with it. Don't do that. Okay, if you're going to design a cricket website, huh? Caught your live stream. Oh, so yeah, sorry, I just got a message. Yeah, so if you're going to design a cricket fan base website, make sure you do your best. And
Yeah.
in terms of coding, go to some kid in like university or college or find a friend who does coding
Yeah.
and go half-half. Because at the end of the day, your goal is to get a full-time job where you can land these big clients.
Mm.
But for now, just compromise and give it your best.
Mm. Mm.
And that's how I did it.
Yeah, 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 man. I can see that for real, and like I agree to like 99.99% of what you said, because that 0.01% is always going to be, like a different perspective. But
Yeah.
99.9% I agree to you. One factor that I also experienced something very similar to what you said is when I began, in I was at the end of middle school, and I was
Yeah.
I was like, this is web design. Okay, web design is cool right now, so I'm
Mm,
just gonna do it, because I had this knack for coding, but I never realized um, I I I I couldn't even write JavaScript properly because my maths was so weak. Like my logic was so bad, in the sense that I couldn't write code to save my life. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
coding might not be my thing. In the sense, I can understand everything, but when I have to like write algorithms, and in today's time when data is so important, when we're doing machine
Mm,
learning and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to survive with that kind of information I had back then. So
yeah.
I one thing I really relied upon was my portfolio for at least a good like 3 years of my life to
Oh,
get clients. I never had big clients like you, but definitely I was working on with a lot of startups where I learned a lot. When you're working with startup, I'm sure you have worked with them as well.
mm,
You get to know a lot of different things you never learn in a proper
yeah.
corporate environment. You get to try out stuff. I remember rotoscope. No, not roto. Yeah, I remember rotoscoping in After Effects, to rotoscoping a golfer's swing, to understand how golfers are able to to understand his style of game, so that I could convert
Mm,
it into like data in an application. So uh, and this is a topic we're going to talk about. I wanted to talk about this with you was later on, but before we do that, second step after you do that, how do you approach companies for either jobs? Once you have all this, once you've maybe
yeah.
built your portfolio, it could be from a school, it could be
Yeah.
from jobs, it could be whatever. Once you have that, backing of say, okay, this is my talent, this is my skill, what is the step number two of getting, scoring those clients? How do you get out there and score them?
I personally just send them an email on my own. I created my own website. I made sure that my website is like .com, so like workofimemd.com, not, I made sure that if it's as professional as possible. Like my email address is also with my domain, and those work a lot. And I went on Google and typed Toronto web design agencies, Toronto advertising agencies. There was I went over like 500 websites, man. And every day I would go to these websites. I would go to Yellow Pages, find like small design agencies to like large size, and I would just send them emails. Like that's it. I would just send them emails. If they're hiring, I'll email them my resume. If they're not, I will just email the art director or the creative director my email, and hopefully I'll get lucky and get called in for an interview. At the end of the day, whatever you're doing right now to be a designer, they have done that long time ago. So when you approach to them like, yo, my name is Faheem. I just started, designing. I graduated. I want to be a designer and work for your company. They right away, they'd be like, okay, I understand where this kid's coming from. Let me look at his portfolio. Because, screw resumes. Resumes is just like, if you're a accountant or, things like that, resume is great, but your portfolio speaks for like it talks about everything. So when they saw my portfolio, I got called in for interview. I think I failed like 90% of my interviews. Like I didn't know how to talk. I spoke too much. I talked too much of my different sorts of skill sets. And then the fact that I did interviews with every single company, or like a lot of companies, it gave me the skills how to talk in the interviews. And then I landed one job because they really liked the fact that I started designing when I was 10 years old,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's how I got it.
yeah, man.
Oh, and then they also gave me a test that I had to design one of their buddies' farm's website. And out of all the designers who did this test, I really stood out because this was my opportunity to knock in that big door.
Shine.
So I
Yeah,
gave it everything I can,
yeah,
because some designers have this cocky issue. Say, oh, I'm gonna do a test. I'm just gonna do like only one page. Like who do they think they are? But you're just someone with like 1 or 2 years of
yeah.
experience. So in the real world, you're actually nothing, and you should give it your all. And I gave it my all. I think I designed 6 pages of that website. They really liked my work. They hired me, and they even paid me for it.
That's real hustle out there, man. Like
Yeah.
real. That's the real definition of hustle. And except that, also one thing I want to point out to people, what Fahim said, which I think you should embed in your core is, he didn't say it directly, but he said it indirectly. He was putting out his work. He was
Yeah.
trying to show his work to the world, and whichever way possible, you said you created your portfolio and stuff, and you
Yeah.
created a website and everything, and you got stuff done, and you showcased that stuff no matter how good or bad it was. Even though
Yes.
you knew it was great, I'm sure at
Yeah.
an early age you realized that designs can always um, uh, you know uh, designs can always
Improve.
improve, yeah, over time.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, man, because you need to realize designs can always improve. And in 2021, if you don't realize that, because 2021
Mm.
has bringing so much cool stuff in, man. And in India, what's happening right now is there is somebody saying, we are done with this guy, please do something new. Fuck that, man. This is real
Really?
conversation, man. This is real conversation. If you can't handle this, then you can't handle
Yeah.
board meetings. Then you shouldn't become a UX designer. Trust
Yeah.
me. Um. So,
Design is like, it's a tough game, man.
oh yeah,
Like you join a company, you're a superstar for 1 month,
yeah,
and next thing you know, someone else will come up, and you're no longer that superstar designer.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that brings me like to my next segment with you, which will be our last segment, and then you got to do your stuff too. Um, busy man. The next thing that I wanted to quickly discuss with you is, so everything is shifted. Uh, I want to talk about how designers have become more important in organization, and with that, designers, just knowing design is not going to work out for them. you know
Mm.
I'm talking about thinking about product, from a product manager's perspective. I'm talking about dev from a developer's perspective. You being a guy who's done some sort of coding, have you? You have, right? you have
Yeah,
you've
I did. I
you've
did.
built your
I
own
don't. I don't.
website and stuff and everything.
Yeah, but I don't code anymore. I understand
Yeah,
the language, so when I
yeah,
work with the dev guys, I can speak their language and
yeah.
deliver the
Yeah.
project.
So I posted this on LinkedIn. I'm gonna shout out my LinkedIn again. I posted this thing on LinkedIn, and people, there were mixed feelings, mixed emotions towards it. That I was having a chat, guys. You guys know in the chat and I want you guys to say Lollipop OP, because I was talking to the founder of Lollipop Design Studio, which in India is supposed to be the largest design studio of India and one of the largest in the
Okay.
world. Now
Mm.
they're expanding to Dubai, they're expanding to the US. So it's like it's a big deal. So I was having uh, uh, a chat with Mr. Reddy, who's the CEO, and he said something which stuck to me because I could resonate with it. He said, if a designer doesn't know tech, if you're designing applications and you don't know how the phone works, or how the code is put
Mm.
into an application, you don't even know what an APK is. You don't know what will your design sustain on a certain system. If you don't
Mm.
understand what kind of phones people are using, that translates to knowing about behaviors. That translates to knowing about. See, we guys know that most people now use phones with large screens, or screens which are
Mm.
bezel-less. So we will
Yeah.
design for those screens in mind first now. Earlier, it used to be we design for iPhone 8, 6, 7, and then we
Mm.
design for the new iPhone 10, which is the larger screen. You know,
Yeah.
iPhone 10 and forward, and Samsung S9 and forward, or S8 and forward, we started to get larger displays or bezel-less displays, and designers started designing for that. So that is just
Yeah.
a very basic thing which we see on the screen and everything.
Yeah.
But when we talk about designers knowing how to code, it is so, I feel it is essential. You know, if
Mm.
you know the basics of code, how things work, how Android Studio works, how Swift works, your life and your value in the company will be so much better
Yeah.
in the long run. What do you got to say about that?
Plus, your design thinking would be different. You're not going to be designing like these dribblers do, which is not even code friendly.
Hmm.
And I made that mistake 7 years ago, and I would have arguments every day with the dev team. And I would think that they don't know how to code, but it's like, but the truth is, my design knowledge was, I guess, stupid. Sorry
Hmm.
for using that word,
Hmm.
because there was a miscommunication barrier.
Hmm.
And once I started, understanding more into code, and then my design process and the way I designed was actually different.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, we're not graphic designers. It's not just creating a billboard ad and that's it. We are UX designers. Our goal initially is how can you, as a UX designer, bring in money to our company? That's pretty much what it is,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
So
I
if
agree.
you can just understand a basic of code, you don't even have to code yourself. Just understand the basics of it, so you can, break that communication barrier with the dev team. Trust me, it will make your life a lot easier. And also, I also believe that it's the dev team's job to also understand your language as well. Like
Hmm.
as like how do I communicate with a designer? Because
Hmm.
if you guys can both communicate with one another in a common ground, you guys will deliver projects like Airbnb. I hope you guys use that website.
Yeah, yeah. Airbnb is like, I think it's like a reference point for a lot of people when you're
Oh yeah.
designing a website. It's like a reference. Okay, this is what you, and you working for a company who works with hospitality and travel. You definitely some of your
Mm.
managers or some of your
Yeah.
leads on some teams must be like,
Yeah.
oh, we wanted like Airbnb. Because I had a similar experience. I was working with Fab Hotels, which is have you heard of Oyo? Oyo rooms.
Oreo?
Oyo is like a company which is not the not the um, Oyo which builds those bicep machines. I'm talking about
Okay, okay.
Oyo, not that Oyo. So there's a company in India which is the world's largest chain of hotels. Um,
Okay.
in India, if you do anything, it becomes the world's largest because that's the population. Just kidding. So uh, uh, we're basically their competitors. We were, I mean, like when I was working with them. So they always referred me to Airbnb, and I think till date, Airbnb focuses a lot on design. We saw that with
Hmm.
them hiring the company which is owned
Hmm.
by um, your great industry designer whose name I forget always. Apple designer. What's his name, guys? Come on, help me out
What
here.
designer?
The um,
I know for UX they hired this girl lady named Kate,
no, I'm talking
but she
about
doesn't work anymore.
who's the design head of who was the design director of Apple. Uh, Come on,
Is it
guys,
right
you
in the
guys should
comment?
know it, man. Um, have we reached that point in the video? No, I think now they'll start doing it. Johnny Ive.
It's okay.
Oh, how can I forget the name, man? All of a sudden, I forget names. I just had food, so my brain's not working. Johnny Ive. I think what they've uh, signed a contract with the agency Johnny Ive has just founded. So they're going to
Mm-hmm.
work closely with Johnny Ive and his team on like designing, redesigning their product. Like because Airbnb, they've realized, hey, this is not going to work out for us if we want it. Especially if coronavirus keeps on going on, uh,
Mm.
this industry is not going to help us financially. So we got to
Yeah.
redesign our product completely, and we got to bring some new products in. So I think that's what they're like going to focus on in 2021. So that's
Um,
that's crazy, man.
the way so what happened was I started doing my research and figuring out what people are doing during COVID, right?
Yeah,
How are they traveling? Obviously, they don't want to take the plane because it's high risk, and
yeah.
majority of the airports were closed. But people were still going outside, and so I noticed that people will do two things. Number one, rent a place in Airbnb, which is like 4 or 5 hours away with their friends, and they would drive there. You know. So
Yeah.
then I brought this attention to my boss, and this was in November, I think. I told him, yo, why don't we do a combo of car plus like Airbnb or like car plus hotel? Sorry, yeah, car plus hotel because people are doing that now. When we did that in mid-November, our sales started picking up.
You you gotta get a bonus for that, man.
No, 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 it doesn't work that way.
You gotta get a bonus for that, man. If I was, I'd be like, I want that big bonus this year. Give me my
Yeah.
10%.
Yo, yeah, I should walk in there. Yo, I'm a YouTuber now. Better give me money.
I'm gonna diss you on the internet, and your company's gonna shut down. No, no,
Bro.
that's crazy, man.
Yo, I love your design news content, man. I think I tell you this every time.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I just took a risk, and people started to love it on the channel. Like,
Yo, like whenever you upload that, I watch it right here. Like I give myself time. Nobody can talk to me, and I actually watch it because you spend so much time like digging into this information,
yeah,
which a lot of designers don't really have time for. So you gave us, just so you keep giving us that content, and it's
appreciate it,
free.
man. Appreciate it, man. That's be like Faheem. Remember that meme? Be like David. Be like this.
No,
Be
shut
like
up! Don't do
Faheem.
that.
Be like Faheem. Subscribe to the channel and watch design news every week. Come on.
I did it once. I did one about. I think I did one with Netflix, and I did one with
I saw the Netflix one.
Facebook's. Yeah, I did,
I
and
saw
I
the Facebook dark. You were talking about the new redesign and the dark mode and everything.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
also their user experience on iOS and Android. Like I think on iOS the navigation was at the top,
Yeah.
and on Android the navigation was at the bottom, and that's
Yeah.
like really digging into the user experience level.
Yeah.
Those are two things I did. Yeah.
So, guys, after this live stream, if you don't go and subscribe to Faheem's channel and you don't hit like on every single of one of his videos,
Don't do
I'm
that.
gonna on 31st. I'm gonna delete my channel. No, I'm kidding. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. YouTube, please don't take it seriously. So, but this has been awesome, man. Like talking to you
Yeah.
on like similar grounds is like pretty cool, man. What you
You're doing
do
a great job for YouTube, bro. You're doing like you're pushing content like what 2 videos
a week?
a week, right?
I try to do it. Yeah.
Shit, man, that's good.
Yeah. And let's do something on your channel, man. Like for real. Like let's do a live stream. Let's do a
Can
session.
we? Is there a way to do 2 live streams at the same time, like live stream on my channel and your channel?
There's no point, man. This public wants it at one place, man. This audience right
Oh,
here, you see,
yeah. I
they're
don't know how this works.
they're very stubborn, man. Nah, you
Oh,
guys, all of you guys are so cool, man. Like I appreciate the patience and everything with the f ups I do during live streams. I'm
yo,
still
you're a
figuring.
risk taker, so I gotta give it up to you. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Like this is real big coming from you, man. Like it's you're like a big brother on YouTube, man, for real.
Oh, thanks, man. I only have 7K followers, but it's okay.
Hey man, come on, man. Like, it's not about numbers, man. It's about value. So like, go follow his channel, comment and say, hey, Faheem, we want more content on his YouTube. Go harass him there, until he gives you new
And read
content.
all the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is crazy. And if you are feeling generous towards Faheem, you feel he gave you value, give him a 20 or 40 rupee super chat here. I'll see your super chat here, and we'll send it over to him on his channel. For that'll be great.
But just mainly give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him because he
Man,
deserves to win
no,
more, man.
just write down this is for Faheem and just give him a super chat. He'll like we both feel good in that case.
Yeah.
It's not just about me or the channel. Uh,
Oh, and one thing I want to say is that depending on what UI software you want to use, like InVision Studio, Sketch, XD, Figma, I
yeah.
know there's a lot out there. The way to find out which one will dominate in your country is to go to job postings. For example, over here, we use Indeed.com and LinkedIn a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
So in that job description, you'll see the most common software mentioned, and it's
Mm.
either Figma, XD,
Or Sketch.
and I think it used to be Sketch. I'm not sure, but
It's
Figma and
some
XD are
places
like
it's still
dominating right
Sketch.
now.
Like people still are like using Sketch in a lot of companies here in India as well. Um,
Sketch here kind of died out like 6 months ago or so. That's weird. I don't know how.
Sketch couldn't. I think Sketch can't catch up because now they're so deep inside the Mac OS ecosystem that
Mm,
getting out of that is going to be tricky for them. Let's see. Let's see if they can bring a
yeah.
web version of Sketch. That'll be crazy.
And Sketch is only for Apple, right?
It's only for Mac OS. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You're like literally losing already.
Yeah. So
So
that this has been like awesome. I wanna like thank Faheem for being here. It's morning there, so it's cool.
yo, I have
But
to like shovel snow.
oh man, look at the snow, guys. Look at the
Yeah,
Canadian
guys, look
snow
at the
out there,
snow.
man. This is what happens when you go to Canada. It's not all lovely waterfalls out there. There's also a messy snow out there. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Um, but this has been so awesome, guys, to have Faheem on the channel, talk about his career, talk about how you guys can pick up your career through his methods, which all are traditional, which I've also used,
Yeah.
but they are tried and tested. Tried and tested work
Yes.
always, works out. So bring your
Yeah.
content out, and 2021 is going to welcome you with open arms and start learning tech. Guys, start getting into tech, start
Yes.
getting into code. 2021, that is what is going to affect you, especially when it comes to things like other trends. Like AR is going to be a trend in the next 2 to 5 years.
Mm,
And if you guys know how to design for AR, that's going to be a next level of skill, man.
huge.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be a huge scale. I designed for AR for about 6 months with a client of mine, and it was crazy because I got to learn so much in AR, man. It was crazy. But thanks, man, for coming out onto the channel,
No
and
problem. Thank you
hopefully
for having me,
everyone
man.
will come to your channel after this live stream, which is gonna end in a few minutes. We'll do a quick Q&A, like back and forth, and they're all gonna come onto your channel and harass you to put new videos
Oh, okay. Well, thank you
out.
so much for having me, bro. I really appreciate the time. It was great meeting these guys, and let's do another live stream soon on January.
Yeah, his channel name is real quick. I'm just gonna type in. You can open a
Okay.
new tab, guys. For the sake
Yeah.
of God, please open a new tab. Don't leave the live stream. Just kidding, man. You can do whatever you like. And I'm gonna pin this. Faheem MD. Just type this out. I don't think there's anybody else with the same name
Mm.
on YouTube as a channel.
You see my face?
And you'll see his face. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can recognize it. But this was like so awesome to have you, man. Finally working this Zoom thing, and I'm gonna see you real soon, man.
Yes. All right, brother. Take care. Bye,
All right,
guys.
man. See ya, fame. Okay, that was so cool, man. That was like epic. And now comes the time where some of you have been waiting for, not all of you. Uh, and make sure everyone hits the like. Everyone should hit the like before going. And also, we're not going anywhere. We are going on to a last segment, which I promised you. Before I do that, learn AR VR. AR is going to be a big thing in 2021. I have 3 to 4 videos on my channel. If you want full tutorials, I'm going to do that. If you want another tutorial on a new AR tool, this comment section is free to comment. So you can comment whatever you like. And I'm gonna do one regardless. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a tutorial of a very unique new web-based AR tool which allows you to create AR UIs like this. I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. So yeah, uh, what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna open the floor for questions from you guys here, and I'm gonna try and pin your questions as well so that we can see your questions on top real quick. Um, and let the questions begin. It's like a nice segment, huh? Okay, so first question off the top. I think that's the first question. Oh, chat is moving too quick. Yaar, come on, let me see the question. Shanti. I completed IT engineering and I am highly interested in graphics and UI. For that, I left MNC job. Now, how to start? Oh, you left your job? That's a big risk you took, man. But okay, but if you're good at it, you should move ahead with. You should start by taking up some basic courses. When I say basic courses, there are a lot of free and paid basic courses, and then from there you get a better idea. That's your first step. We can discuss this further. You can always message me on LinkedIn. I try to. How will be the trends of UX UI design in 2021? We spoke about that. We spoke about that earlier in this video. The trends that are going to emerge, and I've showed you a couple of examples. I think you might have missed them, but no issues. I'll probably post a edited version of this video. I'll have to edit it because there were so many hiccups, but I'll probably post a highlights video or a edited video, and you can always see the first portion. Um, I am studying design and innovation from Tejas. I'm studying design and innovation and specializing in UX. I come from a graphic design background. What are your suggestions on focusing more considering industry demand, UI or UX? Okay. So you're asking which is the field for you, UI or UX. That is what I get from the question. Simple. If you're from a graphic design background, you will definitely understand UI easier. But what companies are requiring right now are people who can do balance out of both, who can do both. So that will be something which you need to focus on, is to first get into UI because it's easier to understand as a graphics designer, and then start doing UX, because once you know how to create interfaces, that's over. Then UX is a brand new skill. It's very different from UI, but you have to keep UIs in mind. So once you know UI, you can get into UX, and then you start learning that as well. So that's how you go. That's the ladder you have to climb if you're a graphic designer. How can we learn AR? It depends. Oops, I think I dropped something. It's my light which fell. Um, how can you learn AR? AR technologies. There are some AR studios. Just search for AR studio software, and there'll be like 4-5 AR studio softwares. Typically for different platforms. There is a AR software by Unity, if I'm not wrong. You can actually convert games in Unity to AR, and that's crazy. So there are a lot of tools that you can use to make actual professional level applications. Oh, okay. Santosh has posted so many times. Okay. Can you suggest advanced courses and certifications in UI UX for 5+ year UI UX designer? There is one NNG group, which is the godfather of UX designs. You can check out there, but they are very expensive. If you want an inexpensive version, you can always choose my company, which is Design Wings. That's more inexpensive. Gaurav has posted something, highlighted my name. Gaurav, what have you posted? I think I missed it, Gaurav. Okay, Gaurav, do big companies like Apple, Facebook, and Google review the design concepts? If yes, what platform? This light is always rolling off. Facebook, if yes, what platforms? Honestly, I'm not sure if companies look at Behance all the time and Dribble all the time, but Behance is one of the highest chances of you getting found by a company, by any company, is Behance. Dribble, very rarely, unless you're famous on Dribble, it won't matter on Dribble, to be honest, on an honest level. Behance is the better place. LinkedIn is great also because it's a professional platform. So these are 2-3 platforms: Behance, LinkedIn, on some occasions maybe YouTube. You can get found anywhere, but Behance and LinkedIn have a higher chance. I want to know the process of making a UI UX design, the whole process from start to design approval. Any videos on that? You should check out AJ and Smart. They do a lot of stuff on UX design particularly. So you'll get to know a lot from that. AJ and Smart. Just search for that. How to make a portfolio strong, best of best. That's a creative way of saying it. So making portfolios is both easy and difficult, because the difficult part is actually having good content in your portfolio. It's like, imagine I had a great YouTube channel with amazing artwork as the banner and a great profile picture, but my content didn't stand a chance. It was terrible. It won't matter. So first thing you should focus on is the content of the portfolio, which is the projects you're doing. It could be freelance projects, it could be personal projects, whatever you are doing, you need to paste it there. There are a lot of portfolio builders. I have 2 videos dedicated to portfolio builders on my channel. Go search for my channel and search for portfolio making. Portfolio Punit Chawla or Punit Chawla portfolio, something like that. You'll find it. But yes, definitely first step is to make good content for it, which is the projects. Agent Smart. What are the 3 tools that you can't live without? How design tools will look like by the end of 2021? It's interesting. Mehul, this is a very interesting question. 3 tools that I can't live without. Okay, this is going to be controversial, guys. And whichever tools I'm using, if you are using the same tools, I want you to say Amen in the chat. Amen. AMEEN. Number 1 tool for designing I've started to use full time is Figma. Why I use Figma is because it's web based, so it's easy to access. 2, it has a lot of project space, and you can a very good organization on their homepage. And 3, it has a community page now, so it's even better now. So on community, you can find UI kits, plugins, everything that you need in one place. So Figma is a thumbs up from my end. If you're using Figma, type in Figma right here. I want to see the Figma gang come up. Figma gang, come on. Second tool that I can't live without is which I think a lot of people use is a to-do list, which is I use the Microsoft's um, to-do list. I think it's called Microsoft To Do or something. Microsoft To Do, and it's available for Android, iOS, and Windows and Mac also. So it's like a great tool to keep a list of things I got to do. So if I got to make a video for you guys, I got to put it there. So on Sunday, my agenda is YouTube video. So that's the second tool I live by, because it's very important for me to keep my mind straight and to remember things I need to get done. Third tool is, this is kind of cliche, but the third tool I use is definitely gonna be what I call as Headspace. Headspace is an app which helps me keep my mind sharp. It's for keeping a mindset, which, it's clean and meditate and stuff like that. So that's the tool which is not design related, but designers must keep their minds sharp all the time, because you're thinking of ideas, you're thinking of solutions. So I suggest get a meditation app. It helps you focus. Why can I bring you 2 videos a week? Because I am focused. So amen if you use any of these 3 tools. If you use To Do here, if you use Figma here, if you use a meditation app, any meditation app to keep yourself calm and focused throughout your day, say that. These are my 3 tools. Figma I kind of live by for prototyping everything. Behind the scenes at least. The poster I created for this YouTube video, which all of you guys saw, was in Figma. Every graphic design, illustration, everything I do is on Figma. It's as versatile now, man. It's that versatile. Questions. I'm a final year CS student. So, okay, this is Faheem spoke about, and I was also speaking about, is tech. If you get tech right, you can get design right as well in this case. So if you're a CS student, it'll be easier for you to understand the structure of an app, because you've probably designed an app yourself or developed an app yourself. The development is on one end of the iceberg and design is on the other end of the iceberg. So you just need to understand the other end of the iceberg. Once you do, it's great. Should I move to Framer from Figma? Framer is great. I feel Framer is an overall good tool. It's a great tool. Framer, there's a Framer is sponsoring the channel to bring a new series on the channel that's coming up real soon, maybe in 2021. Framer is a great tool, but Framer is better for prototyping and animations and stuff like that than designing an actual UI. It's trickier. It does get tricky in certain cases, but Framer is working hard on it. So if you want to shift to Framer, they're going to bring all the features that are in Figma onto this platform, and you're going to have a good time there also. So they already have 89% of the features on Figma are now on Framer as well. Variables, prototypes, screens, multiple projects, team members, live editing, everything is there. So you can shift. Please save this live stream. I would love to watch this again. Yeah, definitely. I'll be editing it and bringing you a better experience. Figma is not only a UI app for me too, lol, it's universal. Yes, it has become. All of a sudden, like, they've introduced some features which we can't live without. How about Adobe XD? Adobe XD is great for beginners. If you're a beginner in UI design in general, go for it. Which tool should I learn, Figma versus something else? It's not about the tool. It's about you learn UI. The tool is secondary. Tool is not that difficult to do. How to start in UX in 2021? Okay, so I'm gonna quickly sum everything up, brief everything up real quick, so that you guys get the gist of what's coming for 2021. Startups have gotten a bigger space now. Earlier, what used to happen was we all used to crave for big companies. Oh, big company is coming. Oh, they're gonna hire me. Oh. Now the thing is, big companies have slowed down their hiring process because of COVID, because there, imagine, imagine if you emptied half of the sea, you'll have such a shallow water left. They've literally gotten their, because they were working in so many countries, so many products were there. Now they're having to cut their expenses out. Okay, so startups are coming up more because these are people who were fired from jobs are now starting their startups. This is not a bad thing. It's actually a fact. People who got thrown out of their jobs started doing startups. You know, because there's this thing that we need to do our own business now if a job is not working for us. Plus, a lot of companies realize there's a lot of demand for different things in COVID. Home delivery. How many of you guys have constantly gotten uh, food delivered, groceries delivered in this pandemic? Amen here. Amen. Amen if you did. If you can relate with me, because I've ordered a lot of food. I have started to use Big Basket all of a sudden, which is an Indian grocery delivery app. So all these things matter. And a lot of new companies have started to crop up based on these demands. Okay. And that is why you need to make sure that in 2021 you have your portfolios ready. Okay. You have your you have this confidence that I can make something great for your product. Okay. So these are the things that really will matter in 2021. And these are the things that will bring you forward. Now the space is changing, guys. You need to focus on getting more projects. You need to focus on filling up your portfolio. So by the time big companies start to come up again, you have that portfolios ready. Focus on tech, focus on AR. Big thing. It's going to be a big thing. Pick up Spline tool. Pick up Spline tool. Spline is a great way to create custom 3D. When you are working in a company, okay, when you are working in a company, if you know these extra skills and tools like Spline or whatever, thank you, Vikrant, for the wonderful $40, man. It means, I remember I said earlier, even $20 means 20 lakhs to me, man, when you guys give it to me. And you guys, superhero emoji, man. I love these emojis. I need, also, how many of you guys, if I keep like a 50, 100 rupee a month kind of thing where I do these personal live streams with you, how many of you guys will pay for a membership to this channel? You know, you guys know what a membership is. You need to click on join and there's a um how many of you guys will pay for a membership? I just want to know. Maybe I'll come up with a special membership where I have guests like Faheem talking insights of the industry. You know, if I get like even 10 people saying we want it, I'll probably open a membership thing. And just to speak on like with industry leaders like Faheem, give you the insights of the real crust of the industry from the inside of the industry, you know, insider stuff from insiders. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many of you will join like a premium membership, that like a small 50, 100 rupee fee I charge, and every month you get like 5 to 10 videos with some awesome people. I am ready. Yup. See, 10 people already. See, this is why I love the community. You're always supporting. So, everybody's like, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, so I'll probably bring up the membership next week, and you guys can join, and we'll start doing some creative podcasts. We'll start doing some insider stuff, which we won't bring on the channel never. This will be only member only stuff, and you know, you'll get cool stickers. You'll get this mark which says you're a member. You know, you can show it off, and it'll be cool. It'll be a nice little community building thing where it's better than a Netflix subscription. Trust me, it'll be better than a Netflix subscription. But it'll be only very cheap. It'll be like 50 or $100 maybe. You know, if I feel, you know, you guys are interested, I'll probably make it 100 and it'll be like a whole number. $100, 1/4 the price of a pizza. That's how I look at it. So, but that was my 50 cents or $100 on design in 2021. I spoke about the trends in the video. I spoke about how you can get cool jobs. Faheem spoke about how you can get jobs and how you should put yourself out there. I spoke about 3D. I spoke about Glassmorphism. We spoke about AR and VR, how learning AR and VR tools and then getting to know how to design well for AR and VR. That's UI design and UX design for AR is totally different from designing for a phone. It depends on device to device. Okay. So these are the things you got to pick up in 2021 because if you want to be in demand, that's what you need and get a portfolio. If you want to do a nice crash course, if you want to do like a nice boot camp, if you're searching all these expensive schools charging 60, 70,000, don't worry. My school charges 29,000 and it's cheap and it's effective. There are people who've gotten internship, jobs, opportunities, network, connection, everything we do. So for that, you can always search for designwings.in and you can request a callback and either Vivek or Simran or someone from the team will get back to you. But that was my 2 cents on 2021. What's gonna be there in 2021? What's gonna affect 2021? Startups, big thing. Second, AR VR, big thing. 3D, big thing. Glassmorphism, we gotta see. We gotta wait and see. Also, definitely Punit Chawla's channel is gonna be a big thing. You guys and you guys and I are gonna be a big thing. You know why? Because we deserve to be big things together. And we're gonna do through membership, through free content, through everything. And yeah, and what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna quickly do an outro, and you guys are gonna be a part of that outro. And I want you guys to bombard this chat with subscribe to our channel because this is our channel. This is not my channel only. This is our channel. So sub to our channel. Just type in bombard this. Guys, we are so close to reaching 50,000 of you guys and it is crazy. It is crazy. The views, everything is crazy. Here, if you enjoyed the live stream, if you thought, if you're getting information and value, sub to where is this? I can't even point in the right direction. Oops. Subscribe to our channel. Yes, please. Subscribe to our channel. This is now our channel. Okay, now everything is... Oh, I can't even see. This show. Look at this, guys. Show. It's blocking if you're saying sub. This is great. We wanted to do a movement. YouTube ruined it. No issues, but this was so much fun and this was such a great time I had with you guys, and I'm sorry if I missed any questions. I'm sure we did, but this is gonna be epic. 2021, I'm bringing new content, guys. I'm bringing new formats. I'm bringing new contents. I'm doing a tech video with Asus and Intel. I'm doing a lot of cool stuff, so make sure you're there for 2021. Subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't. Turn on bell notification. What that will do is that'll allow you to see my videos before everyone else, and members only content coming in 2021. That's what I promise you guys, and I promise I'm going to keep it $100. It's going to be cheap as anything, and thank you for staying patient. Thank you for staying healthy throughout 2021. I'm happy that you guys are here with me, and 2021 is going to be epic. Have a great end of the year. Happy New Year in advance. And for Hindu brothers, for everyone, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, everyone, calendars can be different, but we all have New Year on 31st together, and that'll be great. Okay. So thank you for everything, guys. I will see you next time. See you every Monday and Thursday. Just like we do always. And somehow YouTube is blocking all our comments now. So there's no point. See, I'm writing just to see my name in screen. Happy New Year. Thank you very much, guys. This message is held for review. YouTube ruined our little bombarding session, but Whatever, man. Thank you. Happy New Year, guys. Enjoy your New Year's. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke ganja. That's not good for your health. Trust me. No, I haven't done ganja ever, so I don't know. And I will see you next time. Same place, similar time.